Wait, hold up. I want to know something. Are you chilling on a park bench right now? Are you sitting in the back of the bus, vibing out, possibly hanging from the tree, enjoying the view? Well, you're probably in the right place. This is not enough questions. If you end up liking what you hear, tell a friend or leave a review. Welcome back, everyone. I am Julian. Tyler's still on break. My name today is Big Brother, but I already said I'm not doing this alone, and I was able to get Keyon back, and I really appreciate him because he's in a completely different time zone than me.
I miss Japan very much. It's for another episode. It's for another episode.
Okay. Before I let you continue, I do have to remember. I do have to shout out Josh for joining the Patreon. He joined the $5 tier. I really appreciate it. This is the shout out that is part of that package. Before I forget, and I need to correct. The last episode, I said that the YouTube is 6 months behind. That is wrong. I, for whatever reason, can't do math, even though I'm looking at a calendar. The YouTube is 3 months behind. That is, let me just get those out there before we do anything else. But yes, Keyon, how you been? How you doing?
Good so far. I've been away for like 6 months, I think. I don't know, it's been a minute. Every time I look outside and I know that it's nighttime where you are, but it's daytime where I am.
Yes, you're literally in the future.
100%. I am a whole day ahead of you. But all I can say is I've been making the best of the work. I miss y'all completely. And when I get back home, we are destroying the cities.
I'm okay with that. I'm definitely here for that. Let's just let it not be the city that I live in because I sleep here. All right, cool. But how was your last 7 days before we get into the main question and whatnot?
7 days. What did I do?
7-ish days. You 7-ish days.
I ain't done too much. It's just work out here for us. I'm on duty today, so I'm making sure everything's all right, chilling out. Nah, nothing pretty much changed with mine. Just work, and get back to work. But sadly, I have to work. I have to work on weekends, so it's all right.
Let's go. Yeah, no, getting you here was actually quite a lot. But I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna say a little bit more than my past 7-ish days because it's been a lot. To go through a fast recap, I snuck onto the island again because there was a storm and everything. And since I was going for work, everyone was like, "Oh, he's not gonna show up." Well, I showed up again, and they were like, "Oh, you're here? Why are you?" So I spent my last week in the island. Really good people. I was talking to front desk people at the hotel I was staying at. Really nice people. I actually would stay back at the hotel. I will have to tell you more about that later. I've gone to a wedding. I gone to a celebration of life. After the wedding, some friends tried to set me up with a bridesmaid, and yeah. We'll see where that goes, but
we'll see. So the world is our oyster, man.
That is true, but no, I've been moving around a lot. My traveling has come to an end. I'm no longer constantly moving every 2 weeks. So I'm no longer an island boy. I'll let Tyler do her banners when she gets back. And my brother's in town right now. My brother and his friends in town because they wanted to go to a concert, and it's a lot because I haven't had food in my apartment for the past, let's just say, I haven't had real food in my place for the last 7 months, just due to me constantly traveling back. And the second I actually buy food, he shows up. I'm like, but I do appreciate him coming here, and he's having a good time. He's having a blast.
Hey, man. Nobody can do it like you.
That actually reminds me of what you something else. I took your advice. I'm in therapy now. That is also something that I've started.
I love it. I'm glad to hear it. I hope it helps. I hope it gets whatever you need. Always got to remember, no matter how strong your body is, your mind has to be just as strong.
Yeah, and I was given some homework assignments from this last session that I wanted to. So, but again, I will tell you more about that on like when we aren't recording and whatnot. But you ready for the question at least?
Rock roll.
All right, cool. So the question of the day is: what do you think is the best or most memorable cartoon you watched growing up?
Most memorable. I don't think we're not gonna put anime in, are we? Because that's a whole different.
If you want to, because I'm gonna stick to cartoons. But
All
if you
right.
want to throw anime in there,
I'm gonna go with the most influential cartoon for me that I still remember to this day. Nah, that's just crazy. Because I want to give you one that actually made it like a mindful impact that makes me like choose my decisions. I want to say no because Spectacular Spider-Man, I love them, but I don't really. That came in later.
mm,
Yeah, Hamtaro, barely anything. Dragon Ball, no.
mm,
Now I gotta go through cartoons, trying to like run my mental. What
uh,
was that one that made me go like, oh, you got to be better? It's fun. Can I go through cartoons of my? Now I gotta.
well,
My laptop's on
yeah,
my.
go right
Good,
ahead because I'm
good.
thinking I'm off of Nickelodeon. The first one that popped into my head was Rocket Power. No, that
I
was
thought
the
of
first.
Rocket Power too. I was like, what
No,
made me me?
it was Rocket Power off Nickelodeon. It was there's so many from Cartoon Network, but off the top there's two off the top of my head. It's oh well off the top of my head, really it was Ben 10 and Totally Spies off the very top
Bro,
of the dome.
I was about to go off on
And,
Totally Spies.
and
I
then
will
for
see.
Disney, it's Lilo and Stitch and Kim Possible. Those are like the off just the me just saying whatever hits my mind first.
I'm gonna have to go because I love my fever dream shows, right? I'm gonna go with Kids Next Door.
No,
I cannot.
that was the other one. That was the other one. That
I
was the other one.
Samurai Jack, bro. Oh my gosh, what else? Ooh, Danny Phantom. Danny Phantom.
That's a classic.
That is a
As
classic.
someone as someone who has been referenced as Danny Phantom, that should also be on my list as well.
Like that was Hey Arnold was always great. That was always great too. A older and there's like an episode of Teen Titans is always great too. But before we start this listing cartoons, I'm assuming we gotta give our reasons why. And the Simpsons. We'll throw the Simpsons in there too.
Yeah.
Hold on. So you said from Danny Phantom, what episode of Danny Phantom do you in your heart?
Most,
In your heart.
most remember. I Is this cheating if I say the movie?
No, the movie was an episode. We all were there. That was amazing. Just like the
Okay,
Ben 10
then.
movie. That was amazing.
Yes, because for off of Danny, then it's when he learned how to there are two moments in my head that really stick out is when he learned how to do his ghostly wail and Dark Danny was like, I was not supposed to learn this in 10 years from now. I'm like, yeah, nah, sorry, buddy. And then when he saves the whole planet, like those are two of the biggest moments I can remember right then and there.
What's that other one? What was that one episode where it was that girl and her there's the girlfriend and the boyfriend, they were riding on a motorcycle and they were skipping the line to get on the motorcycle to get into the real world.
Johnny and Kitty. Is that the one?
Yeah.
With the good
Because I'm pretty sure you already know this, but when you paid attention to like all of the certain characters, it would kind of express how they died. So what was that banger that girl put out? She is a song. I forgot how it goes. No, it's not gonna come to me right now. But
what song is that? The one with the blue hair, right? The one
uh-huh.
you will remember. I'm not gonna sing the song right here, but it's like something you will remember. Amber. Something Amber.
Yeah, so she killed herself.
Not really.
That's how she became a ghost. I'm pretty sure she killed
Wow.
herself. It's in the
Wow.
lyrics. It's like you will remember.
Wow. Now I have to go back and actually hear these lyrics again because it was actually a pretty catchy song too. All right. So that's
Amazing.
Danny. Anything else with Danny Phantom? Oh, why it sticks out?
Nah, that was just a good show, man. That was just a good show.
Yeah.
The dude's just trying to become a hero throughout his little antics.
I will say that the theme song also kind of helps it just I think this is one of the few theme songs that if you just start singing, most people can continue the song by itself. I'm not doing it.
100%. We also got to give the greatest shout out to I don't remember which it was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and it was the one with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Ninja Turtles.
Every Saturday morning, I
Yes.
promise you,
Yes. No, that was I had that one in the back of my mind. I have a playlist of just theme songs. And I was just like, yeah, this is a good theme song by itself. That is on that list. I was listening to it the other day. Oh, actually, really, all the TMNT theme songs actually kind of go hard. I'm not gonna lie, all of them kind of go hard. But did you watch Teen Titans by any chance? Like all,
yeah,
not Teen Titans.
the new one or the old.
No, not Teen Titans. Well, the old one. I have not watched any episodes of Teen Titans Go.
Oh, yeah, I love the old one. The old one just it makes my soul touches my soul.
I kind of wish we understood what happened to Tara.
Uh, um, hmm, if I remember correctly, because she lost her memory, and
Mm,
if you already know a little bit about the comics and how Young Justice and how Tara's life goes, and pretty
mm-hmm,
much I'm assuming that's the closest she can get to a good ending, and that is
mm,
also the closest Beast Boy can get to some type of closure
closure. Yeah.
because she's still going to get a decent life. She doesn't have to be a part of all this superhero nonsense. At least to her, it would be
Mm-hmm.
nonsense. So she gets to go on with the rest of her life just as a normal girl because her life was always hard as a hero or villain,
Yeah.
regardless.
Yeah.
I just
But
think it's one of those things.
yeah, I I do wish I like how it ended with the Teen Titans movie, the when they went to Tokyo, Japan.
Yeah.
One yeah, one of those places. I like that ending, but I do wish it carried on after that, like a couple episodes after it.
What was it?
But
If Teen Titans, like the old one, was around like now, granted that show would probably
mm,
be it'd be interesting. If it was around now, it'd be like based off of streaming and like amount of views and not at least if it was on a streaming service, not just the toy sales, because
yeah.
that's what cartoons I didn't know until like a handful of years ago. Cartoons are mainly going to keep going if the toy sales are going.
Yeah, no, and that's very sad because there has been very great shows that ended way too early just due to toy sales. I think that's why Ben 10 ended. Well, one iteration of Ben 10 ended. There's another main one. Totally Spies. I think that's what ended too. What ended it?
Really?
Yeah, toy sales is the main factor. That's also why Danny Phantom didn't ended. Well, that and they were going over budget, and I remember hearing that the creator of the show is like instead of leaving us on a giant cliffhanger that will never be finished. That's why we got the movie as the last the saving the planet one. He's like, all right, we're going to tie all loose ends, everything. That way, fans can at least have some closure with the show. But that's such a huge issue. Well, I guess back then it was such a huge issue about toy sales and everything. Because I actually think that's also why Marvel had to give up some of their characters because their toys were not well, Marvel itself wasn't doing well, but
Yeah.
in order their toy sales were like plummeting. So it's like, all right, to make ends meet, let's sell off the most popular characters.
What was it around Iron Man? Yes, because Iron Man, there was Elektra, there was Daredevil. So yeah, Iron Man was around the time where Marvel was like struggling, and then they started to make movies. If I'm not mistaken, what else did we say? Kids
Was
Next Door to this day, bro. I think about that. The movie. You remember when he was like, "Oh, he's got to go to
which one?
space."
Oh,
That's true.
yes.
And then it's like
Oh
doing a documentary on like the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
no, that I would easily continue watching Kids Next Door to this day. It just the reruns. Like I do not care. That was a great show. Cartoon Network really had a lot of great cartoons that ended for whatever reason. Let's see. No, there. I'm thinking of Chowder, Flapjack, Courage the Cowardly
Mm.
Dog. What other? The Grim Adventures of Billy Mandy. I think that's the only one show that had like a good closure to it.
How did that one end? I don't remember.
uh, the way I remember it ending, or at least the last episode, was another movie. Was Boogie. They were fighting to be the Grim Reaper or something, and
Oh,
they
they
were
had
like
all
doing
those
like a
fights around.
yeah, they were like doing like pirate ship things. That's how I remember it ending, at least. But that was
Strange.
a good one.
Hold on. Cartoons that should have had a longer run. Cryptids, Generator Rex. Now, if I'm not mistaken, because I didn't get to
Yes,
see the rest of
thank
it,
you. You said it. You said it. That was the one I was thinking of.
I
Generator
don't
X.
remember how Generator Rex ended. Didn't it end on a cliffhanger?
I think so. That's another one because toy sales were not doing so well. They canceled the series. But Generator X, I
It
think they
was like,
even did a crossover with Ben 10 Alien Force. Like
they
that the
did, and it was amazing. And like from that day, anytime I was like, where the fuck Ben would be great right now. Rex would be great. I was like,
Ben would be great.
the
Oh
moment you
man.
add like a crossover, I know they do their own stuff, animation styles,
Yeah,
whatever. We're in the same world now. We can help each other with the end of the world problems.
it would actually be really fun. I forget how they got Ben over there because I feel like he had to jump universe or something because how did he end up with Generation?
I have no clue. To this day, that's going to we're gonna fuck. If I'll look it up later because I know for a fact it's gonna lead me to a video and just someone breaking down the video.
Yeah, no, I remember the crossover. Um, and then I think who's done it best was the I think Disney has the best cross universal crossovers because it was Kim Possible, Lilo and Stitch, Recess, there's and the Proud Family all crossed over into a universe. And then you have
Was
the live
the
action.
craziest episode.
Yes. And then you also have the live action what was it? Sweet Life of Hannah Montana.
Oh, I
Sweet Life
remember
of
that.
Zack and Cody.
I remember.
Hannah Montana, and then there was what that's so Sweet Life of Hannah Montana. That's what it was.
I'm gonna be honest here when I say this. I love Hannah Montana. I was watching that every day after school. I promise you. But
Hannah
I'll
Montana was
be
one of the ones.
real. iCarly and Victorious had the best banger crossover episode. When they sung those songs together, I was like, oh, this is amazing. It was 7 o'clock at night or some shit.
No, you're absolutely. I forgot about that one. I literally I forgot about the iCarly Victoria's Secret one. I also do like the fact that they use Victoria's Secret twice, and it's like you look like the other person's like no, that's someone else. But they
Well,
actually reference that.
oh no.
I have with every show that we've already mentioned so far. Would you have want to live? Which would you have want to live in any of them
Living in you.
as the main character too?
As the main I'm not living in Generator Rex. I'm sorry. I love that. The whole demon turn into people thing, people demon. I'm like, no. That whole other realm, they weren't going to explain the realm. They're like, it's not like it's its own place, but it's like that was like I don't remember where it was. They could go to it, and then it's just like and darkness and despair. Absolutely not. Also, you can get hit and got at any time. Um, No, not Billy and Mandy. This is just a wacky world, and I can't deal with that much stupidity all the time. Teen Tiger. There's not really any peaceful options here. In Danny Phantom, you can just get ghosted. If I say, well, Kids Next Door, that's just a regular life. Just these wacky kids doing things.
Yeah, but the thing is that ends at some point. Like you have to grow up at some point.
Yeah, but I can be a secret agent.
Oh, true. Well, that only lasts until you're like a teen, though.
Yeah, but it goes. Some of them go on after adults. Because
Oh,
remember
really?
the teens, and then remember at the end of their little last episode, he was like, "Is that you, number one?" They still kept it going, so then I can just do that forever. Uh, yeah, probably Codename Kids Next Door. What about you?
Okay. For me, I'm not gonna lie. I Having the Omnitrix, I think would be a really cool thing to do. Having just to transform into every alien I want. I have to deal with either Vilgax or some godlike entity every so often. But I think having the power just to turn into aliens, kind of cool.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, but if I had to have a second pick, um, wow, this wasn't even a pick. This was just something just crept into my memory. Wayside. Do you remember Wayside?
It sounds familiar. What was in there? What was in there?
It was a kid named Todd, and the school was flipped on its side. So instead of it being one floor, 30 stories, it was 30 stories, one floor. And I'm like, the Magic School Bus. If I'm not going to be in the Benton, put me in the Magic School Bus, Miss Frizzle. Have me learn whatever. Could I be a substitute teacher for Miss Frizzle?
Yeah, I mean, liability wise, sure, yeah. You were just going along with the motion.
Yeah, because I sometimes think about the life, how like what characters like a Miss Frizzle would be doing on a regular day, like what when she's not taking kids on a magical field trip.
She has to be doing other stuff. Like she has to like in the random universes or wherever she goes, she's definitely doing other stuff.
Yeah, no,
I can't
because
imagine if you could chill it out on the weekends.
yeah, I can only imagine Miss Frizzle dealing with real world crisis of like debt and like taxes and politics. I'm like, no, you're too cool for this.
Definitely evading taxes. She's definitely part of tax evasion. I would also assume tax fraud. She does not pay her tax. If you have interdimensional travel towards doing anything, I'm not paying taxes. Who's going to stop me anyway? I don't need credit.
You have a point. You have a very solid point too, because no, if I had that ability to just hop into a bus and go anywhere more than a bus than can usually take me, yeah, I probably wouldn't be paying a lot of things either.
Yeah, you remember that movie Jumper? Remember that dude just he has a little base out in the desert?
Jumper? What movie is this?
It has Christian Anderson in it. It's like they can teleport. It was based off a book.
Yes. Okay. Yes. In my mind, I wanted to bring up CW shows too because I grew up. I watched a lot of CW. With the Arrowverse and everything.
Mm-hmm. So what was it? This counts as an anime, but no, it was American.
Yeah.
Do you remember Spider Riders?
Spider Riders.
Oh my god, I'm like the only person sometimes that can remember this strange show, right? So it was bam, right? So this one of the producers, the character creators there, one day his kid was making these drawings and he was like, "Oh, I'll draw your drawings for you." And he initially was inspired by other anime and other drawings around the world. And his kid gave him a drawing. He's like, "I'm gonna draw it realistic for you," which he still does on YouTube to this day.
Wow.
So he'll like take drawings from people or his kids and then just make realistic drawings from them. And now his kid is, I'm pretty sure, like a artist now, for Illustrator. And I have to be telling the story right because that is my like the back of my head show. It was this kid that got isekai'd, and I really realized throughout the last 2 years that I might just be an isekai person. It's okay. Uh, he gets transported to this new world with there's like giant arachnids, just giant armored fucking spiders. And they're like, oh, this ride them and has to fight other spider riders or other giant spiders. It is a it is a show that I'm pretty sure I'm the only person that watched, but I remember it like it was 3 months ago.
No, see, I looked it up too, and I'm like, no, what channel was this on?
That was like WB.
No, oh, that would explain it. I didn't watch a lot of WB. I did not watch a lot of WB.
Every Saturday morning.
There was one episode. I think this is Sonic.
Sonic was gotta go fast.
Yes.
Go fast.
Faster.
Amazing.
I need to figure out what YouTube will allow me to say before it's just like, yeah, you can't say that anymore. But no, this is actually even though, like I said, I was just listening to the a lot of theme songs and like 16.
Oh, yes. So I remember that, and I remember when I came home from school and I was like, oh, it's on. And like, what were those two characters? They were like opposites. It was the goth girl and the tall brown dude, and
yes.
they started dating. And then she was pooping in his bathroom.
So many good cartoons that it's long, not forgotten, but just been a long time. You know something I'm surprised we haven't mentioned yet?
Vader Zim?
No, but also a good one. That one got canceled, but not for toy sales, actually. I do know why that one had too much blood and gore in it. Nickelodeon, for whatever reason, was like, all right, we no more of this. But Avatar.
Ooh. Touch my soul. Character building,
that Avatar,
story building, world, all the buildings, all the city of stories and storytelling. Zuko with one of the greatest character developments, and with stepping into the role, even though he did not want to be it, but he knew what he had to do. Katara
was a child.
He was a child. Katara becoming the exact person she needed to be with her compassion and forgivingness. Sokka, though he did not have bending, he had his mind. Ooh, Toph. Just Toph.
The toughest one out there. I want to ask you this opinion, even though this is slightly going on. Which one did you like more? Avatar or Katara? Korra.
I'm going to go with Avatar Aang. Korra's character was granted, she was also young and in a new developing world, but she was also trying to develop because of just how it was set up for her. She had always wanted to be the Avatar. Aang never wanted that responsibility in the first place. Though she is powerful, people be like, she could be Aang. I don't know. I can't see because Aang, what depends? Korra now, she would stand a chance. I don't know about beating them, but I do always love Aang just because their development was a lot more feasible.
I will say, I like Aang more, but I did enjoy Legend of Korra. Mm-hmm. But something that me and Kari always mention is that Korra had it like everyone's out to get her. Every villain, because Aang had I'm just gonna in air quotes privilege of having no one know that he existed. For the most part. Korra, on the other hand, before she was even born, people were plotting against her. And Yeah, like it was her uncle, um, the Red Lotus. Who else? There was someone else who was like, yeah, we're from Jump. It's like we've been waiting for you to come back. We've been waiting on Aang's death. So she definitely had it way harder than Aang for
Mhm.
sure. I will say that she had a much tougher obstacles to bypass.
Also, we love Uncle Iroh. Just fuck this. Yes, Korra had a bit rough because they were definitely out to get her from the beginning. Also, I may have also had this conversation with Kari too. Her the studio that made Korra, because that was stuff was going downhill altogether. Because if you remember correctly, they stopped showing Korra episodes on TV and then just put it straight to online.
Yeah, no, I do. Watching Core was actually very hard growing up because I was looking for new episodes, but they would just not show up, or they would show up at like random times. So you were saying the studio was just already like going downhill anyway?
I guess this was more of a funding issue, or they were going back and forth with who was it? The execs and getting the story out there. So maybe there's like a bunch of stuff that was they had to do a lot of compromise.
So it's like they were like rushing the story or something, or they just kind of like fit in whatever they could fit in.
Yeah, fit in whatever they could fit in. Could be
Okay,
wrong on that, but I have to go back. But
gotcha.
I'll say
Well,
and go record.
yeah, no, that I am team original Avatar. I was about to say team Avatar. I'm like, there's two of them. I can't just say that. But
Secret
and
tunnel.
I will also give Sokka because with Azula, I think she feared Sokka the most. Everyone that she had to deal with, I think she feared Sokka the most.
Because he was dangerous without bending.
I think it's more so because with bending, like the styles and movement and everything. But when you have a physical weapon, you don't know how to like. You can't just catch a sword with your hand, or unless you're tough, maybe. But I think out of everyone, she's like, yeah, you're the biggest threat here with your sword and your boomerang. Versus everyone else is like, all right, I can dodge this earth, air, water, and fire, but I don't know where you're gonna chuck that thing. So I think it wasn't directly shown, but I think Azula had some not respect, but reasonable fear of, all right, let me deal with Sokka first before anyone else, or just throw someone else at Sokka.
Was it? So I want to see how because they have their like their novels, their comic books.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I want to see how they do her redemption arc because they're supposed to be coming back with more like seasons of them grown up.
Okay.
So
And that's actually a question I was just thinking about. I was like, which show would you want to see like a continuation of? But if you say they're supposed to already have Team Avatar come back and
mhm.
everything, how would that even work?
So
Well,
they probably
more. I was gonna say, how was Azula with a redemption arc work? Because me personally, she might be a little bit too far for redemption.
bro, she has a whole husband and kids.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they give her one. It's just I think they might actually still be writing those comics. I don't remember, but
Okay. Okay.
so what is it? So I think they just go straight off the there's a celebration, then there's still other things they have to do handle because there's still diplomacies and other areas they have to bring part of their I guess new republic
Okay, that
because
makes
in
sense.
one of the
Into continue.
because in one of the stories in one of their books, Aang and what's his name? Aang and Zuko are fighting again, but this time it's over. There's in Bossing say how giant it is, right? Well, there's still a sector inside of it, inside the Earth Kingdom, sorry, where the Fire Nation had taken over, and then it was just like regular civilians still living there. But then alongside them were the people of the Earth Kingdom. So they're living together, but they've lived together for so long. It's just like this is just a part of it. So when Zuko and Aang take over as the new rulers of all the kingdoms. They have to decide what are they going to do with these people. Do they displace them, or do they let them keep living together? And Aang and Zuko start fighting, like actually bending at each other again with the groups of people, trying to figure out how they're going to handle the situation because they were trying to give the land back to the Earth, like the Earth Kingdom people that were there. But there are a lot of people there that just were fine just living with each other because they've already done it for so long, especially since the war had ended. So there's just stuff like that that's still going on in the story. Like there's still conflict. There's still some
Which
type of
makes
mountain
sense.
to get over.
Which definitely makes sense because even though, yes, Sozin's comment, went away. Zuko's, the new Fire Lord and everything. That doesn't solve the 100 years of the Fire Nation taking land from the Earth Kingdom. Like that's just not just gonna blow away. Unlike, and it would be really nice if Aang can just do the same thing he did with one of the earlier episodes where it's like, oh, these two tribes are fighting. Oh, I was there. There's just a giant miscommunication. This was just a game. Problem solved. Like Aang just can't do that anymore.
Nope.
He was sly. He was definitely sly for that one too.
He made it work.
But any other show you think would have a good continuation? So a show you want to see at least?
I want to see. I'd see a movie or little short snippet videos of Foster's Home Imaginary Friends.
Oh, that is a good one. That is a
Just to
good one.
see how because other people could see imaginary friends.
Yeah.
So just to see like their life. Just to see how it goes on.
Mm.
What show I want to
Like,
see a different ending for? And I want to see different for Samurai Jack. That last episode was so the new one. It was so rushed. Oh my god! I'm watching it and I'm just like, bro, what happened?
oh, you don't like the new the ending of Samurai Jack?
I love the entire new thing except when it comes to the end because it was so pushed and rushed. At least it felt like it was because like there's the fight with Haku, the other daughters, and then oh that's done. We can get married now. Now I know the show is about gain and loss, sacrifice, and achievement, but not every ending has a happy ending. Sure, Jack doesn't have to get her at the end. Okay, I get it. That's sad. Why is everything happening within seconds?
Okay, you got me there.
Like when they announced, oh yeah, new Samurai Jack episodes, I was like, I've waited so long. And it was great. And then it's like the last maybe episode or last two episodes. I was like, what's happening? Why is it so rushed?
Me personally, I like the Samurai Jack just to end it properly.
Mm-hmm.
But if I would change, like I don't know what else they could have done or how they could have prolong the prolong the ending.
That might just be me, yeah. Because I'm like, bro, it felt like a PowerPoint presentation at one point. Like, why this? Like, we defeated Haku in this great battle. I thought that was going to be at least maybe like, was it like one episode? Or
It probably was just one episode for real.
I was like, okay, that's done. And then, if I'm not mistaken, they cut straight to the wedding. I was like, no, okay, I guess there's no necessary build up, but I guess okay. But it was really sad when like the wedding happens, and then it's like that was throughout time. So
Yeah, saw it. I'm like, oh, so how does this work? And
yeah,
they answered my question immediately. I'm like,
we don't always get what we want.
Jack actually can never win because one, why is there so many ways to get back to time travel in that show? Like there was a lot of ways to get back in time, and Aku broke all of them.
There was always like a wormhole of some kind.
And then two, yeah, Jack just could not win at all with how the. I don't know why I'm trying to prevent spoilers as if this show has not been out for already years now, but I think a continuation. I'm thinking of this, and I'm still thinking about just random shows. Like The Replacements just popped into my head.
But the one with the spies?
Yeah, it was like a spy mom and a stunt double.
Yeah,
Dad,
stunt double
because
dad.
they was like, yes, because they were like, oh, they were orphans and they needed parents, so they replaced their original parents. I literally don't even know how they got their original parents, but they would just make a call and just replace whoever. Kind of crazy now. But
You know, now I think about it, a lot of espionage shows back in the day.
was it Secret? Well, I was thinking the Secret Show and the Secret Squirrel. Those were the two that off the top of my head. A continuation. I'm actually thinking about both your like either a continuation or something I would change, and I kind of want to see a continuation of My Life as a Teenage Robot.
How did it end?
I don't think that one had an ending, at least not to what I remember. I think it just stopped showing up.
Dang. Yeah, I like to see that. As a
I
banger intro.
No, like I said, that's also on the things of. I have to send you this list of.
I'll take it.
Just, there's I kid you not. There's a lot of One Piece. There's a lot of One Piece. There's a couple in there, so you can just skip those. But I'm thinking too heavily because now I thought of American Dragon Long too.
American Dragon.
But geez, we said a lot of shows, and I'm trying to figure out if I would want to change any of them. I've heard I didn't see all the continuation of Ben 10. I heard that one actually has like a proper ending and it kind of loops into itself. But no, I can't think of anything as of right now. Something I would want to change off of just memory.
I will say we're gonna have to do an honorable mention for
Which one?
Show though. You remember Scooby-Doo?
Yeah, yes. Which version of Scooby-Doo are you
Here's
referring
the
to?
thing
Actually?
though. The Scooby-Doo where and I want to watch it all just because I want to see how it evolves. It's the one where like that new age kind of doodle but animation drawing, and it's like Scooby and Shaggy are I'm sorry, Shaggy and Thelma are openly dating. Yeah,
Mystery Incorporated.
there it is, bro. I know the ending. Do you know the ending?
I know the ending.
So and like they're doomed. They have to like you guys got to do mysteries forever, and it just keeps going on forever to save the town. I had to watch this show because that is when I heard that ending, I was like, hold up, how did you get the thing about spoilers is if you spoil it for me the right way or it has a good ending, I'm like, hold up, I had to find out how we get there. That's not normal. What? They're doomed to relive and do this mystery shit forever because I gotta find out. And it is pretty long though, but I'll end up watching it eventually.
I didn't even catch that because I knew the ending, and I just thought that was just like them going into the older show, the one that came before it. And I'm like, oh, this is a great tie-in. That's great.
Because I was like, would you make a consistency, a continuity guarantee like that? It's like they're just like we're explaining everything, and I gotta watch it. I gotta watch it all.
No. Scooby-Doo was definitely a good one. I will say the newer cartoons, I feel like they are dumbing them down to a almost like an unhealthy level. Like why case in point, Teen Titans and Teen Titans Go. Why dumb it down to where it's like, all right, there was actual plot, there's substance here. I get it, making it a different tone, but to make all the characters stupid or just like nothing but nonsense. I'm like, why do this to a great show?
I mean, so here's the thing, because I think Teen Titans Go is just, as I said before, the fever dream shows. It is a new type of show for a new type of audience, and I don't mean that just for as it being children. I think whoever wants to just watch it, but we can't. I'm starting to realize that if there's already a story there that is made, like Teen Titans, from like Teen Titans, all that, that's already done. That was amazing. We have to move on from there. That story was told as best as it could be, and then we have Young Justice.
Hmm.
So,
Hmm.
and that's amazing on its own. So it's one of those things where, as much as I love to see, like, oh yeah, this hard hitting stuff, there's already something like that, because you're not going to be able to redo Teen Titans. You're not going to be able to redo Static Shock. You're not going to be able to do certain things. You can try, but that already exists, and it's already the best it can be for the time it was, and it can still carry on. Young Justice carried on. That was like a 7-year show.
Yeah, no,
And we were watching that before, in high school. It carried on through college.
yeah, it got canceled, went back to HBO Max, got canceled again, and then got picked up again. Like it, Young Justice is actually very interesting because something that I read, and I'm not sure where my facts start to waver, but what I remember hearing is the person who bought when they did the HBO Max and whatever merger that they did, um, the person who owned it thought cartoons were childish. So he's like,
Uh-huh.
no one's watching this. So he's like, get rid of all the cartoons. And I'm like, and the worst part about that is because the person who made like Boomerang and everything, they wanted a place to where cartoons can like live on for because it's like yeah, you wanted to have them live on and keep going and whatever. And so when HBO did that, they just kind of vaulted everything, all the uh Boomerang Cartoon Network shows that they own. They just like this is just stupid. And my eyes, I'm thinking, why do you think this is stupid when for Young Justice, for example, this show was canceled, brought back, has a great following, and people were still watching it to this day. Like, so for just because you think it's childish does not mean like sure, whatever, that's your opinion. But why stop something that people are actively enjoying? Like you're just caught in your own bubble. It's like, all right, cool. I don't like this, so no one else should. I'm just gonna cancel it for everyone.
Yeah, that's how it works. And it's sad, but I mean, there's certain companies don't always see that value as we like enjoyed it, because I don't get to see their numbers, but it's still, we are still Teen Titans, unless we want a continuation of it. There, we still have the show Teen Titans. We can go back and watch that. We still have Young Justice. That was going on during Teen Titans Go. We still have, well, in the early days of it, we still are going to be, DC's always still going to be dropping those other like movies and miniseries with Teen Titans in it. So it's like, it's not really far away for us in our grasp. Teen Titans Go, it's not terrible. It's just not good for us. We just, because we had our thing and now they have their thing.
Again, I get it. I will give Teen Titans some props because hearing some of them, I haven't watched the full series, but I'm like, all right, some of these, I'm like, all right, I guess it's kind of funny. I'm not the intended audience, and I get that. I just have issue with truly dumbing it down, like to a whole, like making adult joke. What's a prompt? Like making, I guess, yeah, that's probably not a good. I was trying to say like making like Family Guy for like kid friendly.
No, I get
And
it.
make
I get it.
yeah, yeah. So that's what I'm like that because and to say the point of like you don't see the people's numbers and everything. Clearly, the show was a success if you're willing to reboot the show anyway instead of coming up with something different.
Because I can't say Teen Titans. Kids love Teen Titans Go. They love that show. It got a movie. You know what we didn't get in Teen Titans? We didn't get a fucking movie. We got a movie. We didn't get it on the silver screen.
You got me there. You got me there.
Because
But I
they could
do
have put
know
that straight to
DVD or
uh
TV or whatever.
like DVD or just TV. No. They got a movie because there's Dex for doing that right. They were like the number one movie in America for like a few days, I think.
And like I said, I will give Teen Titans Go its prop. It hasn't grown on me, but I will say for to be able to earn a movie, you have some respect. You have some respect there. But I also know on the other hand of that, I know they tried to redo my bad. I'm still thinking of just random shows. Martin Mystery just popped into my head. But Cody 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 Yoko. Anyway, what I was saying is on the other hand of that is like how they tried to redo Powerpuff Girls. And I don't that one I think they tried to do in my eyes they tried to do the same thing that they did with Teen Titans Go, but it just did not work.
How did that go? I actually really didn't watch what is it? The new Powerpuff Girls because like when I'm on cable. And
I'm not sure because I was as soon as I saw the art style kind of turned me away immediately, so I didn't even want to bother with it. And then again, of course, I also didn't have cable either, so there's also that too.
yeah, that new what is it? It's because it's based off of a studio. At least that I've seen. There's a studio in California that or Sacramento that I guess that art style originated from, where their heads and bodies, like generally from all cartoons, they kind of look the same on Cartoon Network. Yeah, I forgot what it's called, but that's not the point. It is just, it's kind of just been going and going and going, the same thing. But when you had our generation, different art styles all across, different
Oh,
animation, different animation styles. It was just different drawings. It was all over. But when you go on Cartoon Network kind of now or Nickelodeon now, it feels like everything is
same.
the same, just in a different color scheme.
Okay. I would need to watch something that's up to date now because the last cartoon that I watched on cable that I can recall was like Steven Universe. That's like the last thing that I can actively remember seeing. I have no idea what's on TV now.
Yes, as good as mine.
The, I like I don't know if they still make like ooh, Fairy Odd Parents. It, this is me just going back to the which I would change. I would change Fairy Odd Parents and never include Sparky.
The baby?
The dog.
I don't know. I don't know about dog, bro. I'll be honest. I think I'm
Yeah.
late.
Yeah, no, there was it was Cosmo and Wanda, then there was Poof the baby, then a while there was Sparky the dog. And I'm like, yeah, nah, I would just I'm like, that's too much power. That is four magical beings Timmy had at any given moment in time. To, yeah, I'll probably get rid of Sparky. But what was I saying before? My bad. I went on a complete tangent. I completely forgot what you said before.
Animation feels like everything's the same on TV, like the cartoons now. But I will say, I'm glad that like Netflix, Hulu, Disney. I don't know about Disney, yeah, but Netflix, like, will and Hulu, I guess too. They'll take cartoons from other studios and then just let them free reign on their services. I do like that because I love Hilda. I love that show so much.
Wait, Hilda?
Mm-hmm.
Hilda.
If you ever get a chance, give it a try.
The name sounds so familiar, but I cannot think of Hilda. What was that? What was that about?
It's on Netflix and it's about this girl and her mom that move into a city called Troberg.
Yes, I seen all of it. Thank you. I'm like, I thought you were thinking of like a Nickelodeon. Yes, that is a great show. Yes, absolutely.
That show was like dark as hell.
Yes, it was. But still a very great show.
Like you saw the most recent season, right?
Yeah, I'm fully caught up with Hilda.
Oh God, thank goodness. And when that monster, like the weird sea, the lake spider thing, I'm still trying
Oh,
to find that guy's voice actor because it was terrifying. And then he comes out like, "You've been here before." The amount of
you,
story that was
yeah,
created from
no,
beginning to end.
yeah, no, and I enjoy, and I like Hilda because I feel like it didn't overstay its welcome. I think it went through its beginning, went through its end, and like it's a very nice cohesive story. I will be very surprised if we're getting any more Hilda.
I don't want any more. That was good enough. That was good enough.
Yeah, no, that right. It did not overstay its welcome, and it gave us really great storytelling.
10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 cartoon. 10 out of 10.
That's the hour that I've asked. Didn't
I
like all
enjoyed it.
those other things.
I
Yeah,
enjoyed it.
yeah, but Key, you got anything else? The floor is yours. You can shout out anything, introduce anyone. This is do what you want to do.
Go out there, be good to each other, and be good to yourselves. There we go. That's fine.
All right, cool. And then for my quote of the day and everything, right? But this is actually from a quote from I think you actually know this person too, a person from A&T, my friend Danielle White.
Danny,
Danny. Yeah, and something real simple. It's remember to make yourself happy, not just survive.
I love it.
Yeah, no, that is from Danny, our good friend. And but the prop send out is don't forget to ask yourself, ask others, and never stop asking questions. See you.
Y'all.
Wow, you're still here. Well, if you enjoyed the episode, there are a few different ways to support our podcast. Following us on Twitter, Instagram, or YouTube, or becoming a supporter of our Patreon for $2 or $5 a month, where you'll have access to never before released visual episodes, funny bloopers, polls, or you can pose a question. The links can be found in the description wherever you listen. The simplest way to support us is by leaving a review about how great or bad we are, or telling a friend about our show. Anyways, thanks for listening.